Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In today's episode, we're going to be taking on our next dungeon, Snowpeak Ruins. This is a special dungeon and a very different dungeon than all the other dungeons in the game. And it's honestly one of my personal favorites because of the way it's so unique. This dungeon is literally a giant mansion. This is someone's house. We are venturing through someone's house, going through all the rooms of the foyer, which includes a courtyard, a library, a monastery, all this other stuff, all these different types of rooms and whatnot. And you have to deal with, homemade objects like chandeliers and chairs and stuff like that, and getting in your way. It's kind of a neat little dungeon, but it's also very, as the name implies, very centered around ice. Ice is a big thing in this dungeon. A lot of the enemies are ice-based. A lot of the enemies are going to freeze you. A lot of the enemies, and freezing does a lot of damage in this game. And Link gets stunned for a little bit while he's frozen. So just be mindful of that. There is a lot of gimmicks in this dungeon too, with cannons and cannonballs, where you have to use the cannonballs to bust ice open and to kind of make new pathways and whatnot. And the dungeon item in particular we're going to get in this dungeon makes it so it's a very destructive weapon that will break ice with ease. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it in this dungeon. Well, and with that, I hope you guys enjoy the video. And welcome everybody to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we ventured on through the Snow Peak area and we slid down snowboarding, failed miserably, and got a couple post holes along the way. And in today's episode, we are finally tackling our next dungeon, Snowpeak Ruins. This is the home of Yedo and his wife, and this is by far my favorite dungeon in the game. One of my favorite dungeons in the entire game. Mainly because it's so unique. This isn't like your regular dungeons. This is someone's house. Literally, this is someone's house. But first and foremost, in the foyer here of the Snowpeak Ruins, there's literally, you probably saw this guy. There's a Poe right in the middle of the dungeon, the main foyer. He's just standing out there in the middle and everything. He's just there just minding his own business and whatnot. We just come over there and just rip and tear until it's done. It's just, yeah, there's our next postal. He's just right there out in the open. Another thing that you need to kind of be careful of here in the whole foyer, and this isn't really that big of an issue, there's shoes here that'll fall down from the ground and just come down here. Yeah, Snowpeak Ruins has a couple of ice physics. I mean, it is an ice dungeon. It's got icy floors and all that other stuff. So just be careful of that. If we look on the map here, it's got 3 floors. But it's just a 3-story house. That's all it is, really. But we want to go straight forward into the next room. Like I said, it's like a regular house. We're just opening, closing doors like it's a regular house. But now we're going to meet our next character here. This is Yetta. Who? Sorry, I have sickness. Come closer, Alright, so let's go talk to Yetta. You cute little human. Husband told me you come. You want to look at mirror, My husband found it, but a pretty thing, But since I got mirror, I get sick. And then bad monsters appear. So many bad things happen since mirror. So we lock bedroom on 3rd floor, where it hangs, Wait, I tell you where key is. You got the dungeon map, essentially. The map of the mansion. But this is essentially the dungeon map. Get it freebie here. But you kind of have to, because we'll have to tell you where the bedroom key is. Fever makes head blurry, but It probably here in room marked by this symbol. So basically she's pointing you that the red flag on the first floor here, that is the room where the key is at. So we're gonna have to go up there real quick. But right now I can't even get up. Would you bring it to me? Start with door right there. So she'll unlock that door for you. We're going to be coming back to this room a couple of times because, as you guys can see, the other doors are locked. She just got them all barred up and everything. And it's just, yeah. But yeah, Yetta is kind of sick right now. She's a sick old woman. And her husband is doing her a massive favor by making her soup to make her feel better, like a good husband does. You! Wife look bad, huh? Not healthy since mirror. So I make soup for her. Fish from Zara Village are most nutritious. You tired, huh? You have some. I give you energy. Okay, so if you have to have an empty bottle for this, like, I hate doing this, but I know where the rare chew jelly is going to spawn. So we're going to go ahead and drink this rare chew jelly so that way I can have a free empty bottle. Yeah, Link glows yellow whenever the effects and the double damage is in effect. So, alright, you can come up here and you just have a taste of Yetto's soup. You put simple soup in your bottle. It smells like fish broth. I decided to replenish 2 hearts. Oh boy, 2 hearts. I replaced your rare chew jelly for 2 hearts. But I wanted to show this off. What flavor for soup, Can't decide. Alright, so he's just gonna sit there and try to ponder his soup. But if we come around the corner here, you'll notice that our old friend Uku's here. Hi, Uku. Phew! Free at last! Gracious! Your nice fellow helped me out the other day. It's how nice to see you again. Well, now that you've found each other, stick together a bit, I'll be right with you, so if you want to warp out, just let me know. You reunited with Uku. So, luckily, Uku is right here at the beginning of this dungeon, instead of, like, the last dungeon, where we literally were, like, really late in the dungeon before we finally got Uku, so we were just like, what's the point in having Uku? But yeah, Uku kind of helps us out here right at the beginning of this dungeon. We want to go through this door right here, because this will lead to the next area. It kind of gets a little confusing which door leads where. You just have to look at your map. So thankful they didn't, they had that changed since Ocarina of Time, where you don't get where you get the compass. It gives you a freaking marker on your map. I'm so glad they got rid of that. But yeah, this one introduces an ice block puzzle. Oh gosh. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you guys, I suck at this. I have to memorize them, the solution, because I can't figure these things out. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to grab this block here. And before we do that, you guys see that there's 2 blocks encased in, or 2 things encased in ice. Yeah, I didn't mean to slide right into that, but that shows you a little bit of what ice can do to Link. It does a lot of damage, so you don't want to touch that. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is push this block over to the east. So over here. Okay, so we got that. Now, we have to go over to this other block here. And we want to push this one south, or, I'm sorry, west. Then south. Then just go ahead and push this over here. And that block creates a barricade, and we can push this block right onto the switch here. And there we go. That door's unlocked. Now later in the dungeon, this puzzle gets a little bit more tricky, because we'll have an item that'll break that ice. Really break the ice. Alright, so this leads outside into the foyer, here in the area, the main courtyard. We're gonna have to transform into a wolf. And then we're gonna have to come up here and dig in this dig spot to go under this crack in the wall. Link can't dig as a human, he can only dig as a wolf. But when we come out here, you'll notice we're in the courtyard. That is the area that the mirror is locked in, that Yetta was talking about. They locked the door because the mirror is bad. So we have to figure out how to get up there. Now the courtyard is kind of a little bit tricky. Has many entrances, and you got wolfos here, white wolfos. Just go ahead and attack them as much as you can before you do that. I really suggest staying in wolf form if you can help it in this area, because Link will trudge in the ice, and it becomes a little bit hard to navigate in this. So honestly, the best form of advice I can really tell you is to stay in wolf form during this area here, because Wolf Link can actually, he doesn't trudge through ice. He just walks on it like normal. But there's a treasure chest here. We're gonna pop it open with our head, and it has a red rupee inside. Nothing too big. I already have max rupees, so this doesn't really help. But there is a dig spot right here. You guys can just dig right here, and that reveals another treasure chest. And this treasure chest is important. It has a small key, so we're gonna go ahead and use that to open up a door. Namely, I want to say, which door is it? Right down here? Oh yeah, Freezords. These are an introduction to Freezords. Freezords are really annoying enemies. They are just little ice cubes that float around the floor. But if you bop them, they go crazy on the ice. So be careful. If they come up and hit you, they do a lot of damage. It takes 2 swipes with the Master Sword to kill them instantly. Oh, it doesn't really kill them instantly if it takes 2 swipes to kill them. But it takes 2 hits with the Master Sword to kill it. There's a locked door here, so let's go ahead and open it up. Man, we're just breaking and entering in their house. But it looks like the door locked behind us. There's more Freezords. So gotta be careful here, because I could pretty much get hit with ice. Like I said, ice is kind of really bad in this game. You don't want to be frozen, and later areas where there's ice, it's gonna really hurt you. Alright, so we killed the Freezords, and really was nothing in this room except unlocking this door. Actually, we go in this door. It's really confusing unless I look at my map here. We want to come in this room. There's a treasure chest in there. Oh boy. But I smell something suspicious. This is an empty room, and the treasure's right there. There's certainly not going to be someone here that's going to block it. Alright, now I got these guys. Okay, these guys are kind of annoying. You kind of want to put up your shield when they attack you, and then just wait until they're done attacking you with the ice picks, and then you can attack them real quick. But the thing is, though, they block your attacks like normal until you break their spears, but they spawn a new one, so you have to kind of be quick and attack them real quick if you can. Honestly, my best advice for these guys is to use the jump, well, if they don't hit you, to use the back slice on them, or use the jump slice. That works too. If I can try to do the jump back slice. There we go. Back slice kind of instantly kills them whenever you're done properly. So it's that's the best way you can do it. We're gonna get an item later that really take these guys out. These guys are kind of annoying enemies. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Alright, let's go ahead and open this door and get our prize now that we've taken care of those enemies. I'm taking a lot of unnecessary damage, so I'm gonna go actually drink that soup. Yeah, it's only 2 hearts, but hey. Alright, let's go get our treasure here. And inside's a Ordon pumpkin. The pumpkin was grown in your hometown of Ordon. Who keeps a pumpkin in a treasure chest? What's this? That isn't right. She got the wrong location. Want to go back to try to get her to remember where the key is? All right, so let's go back, I guess. There's really nothing we can do about that. Who leaves a pumpkin in a treasure chest? That's like that's just like getting like just like regular old like a bean burrito or something like that in a box, like somewhere stored in your closet. Who keeps pumpkins in there? All right, so we're gonna go back into Yeto's room. Yeto is the husband. And we're actually going to talk to him real quick. If we come up here and talk to him, I love these interactions with Yeto and Link here in a second. What flavor? Ah! Pumpkin! You have pumpkin, huh? He pushes Link to get the pumpkin. Pumpkin! Pumpkin! Oh! And he adds the pumpkin to his soup. Thanks! You taste if you want. So he added the pumpkin to his soup. That's another thing with this dungeon. He gradually makes the soup better. Yeah, you got good soup to your bottle. It smells like pumpkins. And it'll replenish 4 hearts. I'm actually gonna go ahead and take a soup break. That really does sound good right now. Yeah, good pumpkin soup. Have you had pumpkin soup? I don't know. I mean, it does sound good whenever he makes it. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the fish head in the soup vat doesn't look right, but I mean, it looks good. Like, whenever you see it on the bottle, it looks like it's good soup. So, alright, let's go talk to Yeta. You find it, what? Pumpkin? But why there? No good. Where I leave it? Maybe in that room. Go in room marked by symbol. Alright, so all the way at the north end of the courtyard here. So that's where our next objective is. Check room I marked on map, And now she unlocks another door. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and go through this door. And keep going onwards. And this'll take us right to back to the courtyard again. It's probably be best if we attack with Wolf Link when we do this here. Gosh, I didn't mean to get even iced. I was kind of not paying attention to that. All right, let's go ahead and take out these Wolfos here. Whoa, watch out! Get away from the ice. Don't want to get frozen stiff. Let's go ahead and kill these Wolfos. Come here, Wolfos. Wolfos are really kind of annoying to fight because they just go all over the place. Wolfos. I like Wolfos though. They're like one of my favorite enemies in Zelda because I like wolves in general. Wolves are really cool creatures. So, yeah, a cool enemy based off of a wolf. Makes me wonder. Are the wolves? Oh gosh. Yeah, that's a new enemy there, right there. That's blocking the path there, and it's breathing ice down here. Gosh, I'm trying to kill these Wolfos. I don't want to deal with them whenever I'm trying to get these treasures here. Okay, but that is a big freezer. Those are the big variants of the small dudes that we had to deal with earlier. Oh gosh. I just walked right. He just looked at me, he's like, I heard you talking about me. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But those big freezers there, we can't defeat those guys like the smaller variants yet. We're gonna have to come back for those later. We want to come over here and we want to dig in this spot in particular, right here. We want to keep digging down until this chest is revealed. Okay, so as soon as we open this chest here, we get another small key. So that'll help us open up another door. So I think is there anything else here that's dig worthy? I think that's only it. But yeah, we can't really do anything in this room here. We can unlock this door right here. But before we do that, we kind of want to go through this door right here. So I'm going to go ahead and change back into human. And we're going to go through this door. Okay. Now this room kind of teaches you something. This room, in particular, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Ah! Mortal Draw didn't help. Dang it. Go away, Freezer. Nobody likes you guys. Oh gosh, trying to do the mortal draw doesn't really help with these guys. I'm taking a lot of unnecessary damage here. Like, yeah, the ice really sucks in this game. Trying to deal with it. One thing this room teaches you is that cannonballs are going to be really used a lot in this dungeon. They break ice really easily. You can actually just toss this cannonball right at the freezer and it kills it instantly. Cannonballs smash ice. So, yeah, we can't really, though, break this type of ice, though, just like chucking it. As you guys can see, that doesn't work. We're gonna need to use those cannons that we saw in order to really kind of puncture the ice here. Okay, let's go ahead and kill these freezers, because they're kind of in my way. Freaking freezers. They're just like just bouncing all over the place. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna go pick this cannonball up, and we get this cannon right here. Now, if we read this thing on the wall right here, it says Cannon Manual. Insert iron, continue, put in explosive, launch. Okay, so that, what layman's term, what that means is we need to put the cannonball in the cannon, but we also need to put a bomb in the cannon. And with that, it just launches the cannonball and breaks that ice over there. So, we're gonna use that to break a couple of ice blocks in this room. As soon as I open up this treasure chest. Inside more bombs. Because we're definitely gonna need those. So, let's go ahead and break the other ice. Now, we're gonna have to move this cannon. In order to move it, we have to go over to the pedestal over here. These little turn things. And grab it and move it around. It's facing this ice here. And as soon as we put a bomb inside, kablooey! It blew up all that ice, revealing a door. Now, it didn't break up all the ice. We're gonna break up all the ice later when we get a certain item. We can only move that block, that cannon, in certain directions, and that's it. So, anyways, in this room, there's going to be a lot of... This has a bottomless pit in it, and it has ice keys in it. I'm just going to go ahead and use my claw shot to kind of help out a little bit with this. These, like on the scaffoldings of this room here, there's freezers. Really do yourself a favor and just hit it with your claw shot to knock them off the scaffolds. It really does help. Don't try to fight them like we've been doing, and just try not to fall down. That's the biggest thing here. Now, these little scaffolds right here, right in front of me, those are slide scaffolds. If you step on it, you'll slide. You'll slide right off. You don't want to do that. If they're slanted like this with ice, like ice over them, as soon as you step down, Link automatically goes on a slide animation. He'll just slide right down. We don't want to do that, because that'll just lead us plummet to our doom. So let's get to this guy here. We're just gonna jump across these scaffolds very carefully and open this treasure chest. Inside this treasure chest is one of our first of our 2 Meaver stamps here in Snowpeak Ruins. This is Hylian letter B. So that's where our first Meaver. And it's in an inconspicuous chest. You'd think it would be in a big chest like that one over there. And speaking of which, we're gonna go ahead and open up this big treasure chest. Yeah, we got the compass. The compass will help us find items in the dungeon, and we've got quite a bit of items left to get in the dungeon. It also indicates where the cannonballs are in this dungeon in particular. As you guys can see, in that one room that we haven't explored yet, there is a cannonball right there, and there's a cannonball right in front of the door where we shot in the last room. So yeah, there's cannonballs in this. It shows you where the cannonballs are too, if you're wondering where cannonballs are. Alright, so that's pretty much it in this room. That's all we have to do to kind of divert back into this room here. So we're going to claw shot our way over here, because that's a claw shot point. Forgot to mention that. Yeah, there's a couple of claw shot points here, and they're going to be indicated by the blue, targets here. I'm just going to go ahead and get these freezers out of the way here, because I don't want to deal with them. Alright, let's go through this door here, because we're done here for right now. And we're gonna go back up this way. And we're gonna go use that key we got. Open up the key doors and ignore the wolfos. Alright, so here, there's 3 cannonballs here. There's also a big old freezer right there. He's blocking your path when you try to climb this ladder. He will, if we kind of indicate here, as soon as we climb up here, he's just gonna breathe ice on top of you. So, you can't get up here. So, you're gonna have to take care of that freezer first before we do anything. Now, in this one kind of introduces a mechanic I really like. You have to open up on this mechanism, grab this lever, and a little catapult thing will come down. We need to put a cannonball in there and then leave the room. On the mechanism on the other side of the door, you pull the lever and the cannonball will roll right out into this room. So it really does help out with getting cannonballs in in the different rooms here. Gosh, what am I doing trying to attack him with a freaking claw shot? Goodness. Where is the wolfos? Okay, that didn't really work out. Damn it. The stupid wolfos. Go away. Okay. They're gonna keep attacking me whenever they get a chance to. Ah, keep missing them. Sorry, can I actually shoot him with a bow? Let's just do that. That might be a little bit easier. Shoot with a bow? They just dodged out of the way here. I just have to wait until they attack. They just dodge it. Now dodge! Come on, wolfos. It might be better if I just attacked them with a sword. Goodness gracious. There's another one that just spawned. Goodness gracious. I think the only way that you could really fight them is just chase them down with a freaking wolf. It might be easier just attacking them this way. You just go in and chasing them and just go in and jump and attack them until they die. Yeah, see, it's easier just to go and chase them that way because you can't really chase them when you're Human Link. Human Link doesn't really go fast like Wolf Link does. Alright, so now that we've taken care of the wolfos in this room, alright, we want to jump on this mechanism and pull the lever down, and the catapult will spit out a cannon. We're gonna need to use this cannon, this cannonball, in this cannon right here. Like in the other room. The previous room kind of taught us something. So, let's go ahead and put the cannon here, and drop a bomb here, and that'll break this ice that's right in front of us. That has a treasure chest inside. Inside's more bombs. But, I mean, you never need enough bombs, you know? Alright, so let's go ahead and put the cannonball in here. And we're gonna turn this cannon around. And you know that big old freezer that's been giving us crap the whole entire time? He's like, I'm big, you can't attack me. We're gonna show him what for. We're gonna shoot his ugly face. Oh gosh, if I put the freaking bomb down right. He's sitting there laughing at me saying, Link, you can't even put bombs down right. You can't beat me. Sure shows you. When you defeat a big freezer, they spawn into 3 little freezers. So just be careful of that. We actually killed, in that cutscene, we killed 2 of the little freezers because that cannonball ricocheted off the wall and it killed the freezers. Now we're going to come into this room. This room is kind of a tight corridor. And I'm actually kind of scared because this could hurt here in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and drink up some of my soup that I just got. As soon as we come in here, the door locks behind us. Uh-oh. We got a big old enemy that has a big old ball and chain. He starts swinging it around like a freaking ball and chain. It's gonna hurt a lot. This mini-boss is actually kind of, I think when I first played, he's a guy that actually died to. What you're wanting to do is when he gets too close to you, you want to go ahead and claw shot your way or on the other side so that way he doesn't attack you. The main game here is you're going to wait until he swings his ball and chain. I'm actually going to do that. He's going to swing his ball and chain around, and then he's going to be stunned for a little bit. You want to go around here and attack his tail end. So it's not pretty hard boss. It's actually a pretty easy boss if you know what you're doing. I got scared of this guy when I first played this, and I actually died to him when I first played. So that tells you a lot. I'm actually going to go ahead and claw shot my way up here, and that's probably not a good idea. There we go. Alright, and just attack his tail. He's really not that hard. Kind of remind me of the Iron Knuckles from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, honestly. They really do. But he left his ball and chain. It didn't explode with him like normal weapons do. We can actually go and investigate this. We can take his ball and chain. And that is actually the dungeon item in this dungeon. The ball and chain is a giant iron ball with incredible power. Set it to X, Y, and R, and swing it to cause serious damage. This thing is amazing. And a lot of people say this is an underutilized item. It is, but I love this item to death. It's one of my favorite items in the game. What we have to do here is, you see this giant ice here? If we take out our ball and chain, Link will swing it around, and if it hits the ice, it'll crack it. But if we launch it, it'll break it instantly. So if you hold the button that it's assigned to, it'll swing it around. Once you let go, Link will toss it. And that does a lot of damage to enemies. It's actually a really good, versatile, just weapon in general. So we need to we can break down a lot of things like this suit of armor here. There's actually a secret in this room. If you break down one of these suits of armor, namely this one, a bubble will appear right here. This bubble's a special bubble. If you kill it, he drops an orange rupee. Granted, I don't need rupees, but that's a lot of money. That's 100 rupees right there. So that's kind of a really good way to get 100 rupees real quick. It's a kind of a secret. It's a secret to everybody, as the old man in the caves of the Zelda 1 would say. But if we go and investigate this chest, and there's Ordon goat cheese. I know, Link, my expression says the same thing. He looks so sad holding it. He looks so sad! You got Ordon goat cheese. This cheese is made from the milk of Ordon goats. Giant cheese wheel. Who leaves that in their treasure chest? Food again? Yeah, I had a bad feeling about this. She didn't seem too very sure of herself. Oh well, let's head back and hope she had some other brilliant idea. Alright, so she's got cheese. She led us to cheese this whole entire time. But I guess it's okay because we got a ball and chain. That's always good.